Hey guys, happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. Happy hump day. Hey guys, come on. Come on. Happy hump day. Happy hump day. So, it is Wednesday. I am Dr. Michelle. I am all the things that um you read about on my page. I have people asking questions because I started a new page. But guys, like I told you, I left the total of almost 8,000 or some on the other page because I was running into problems. Hey Leroy, hi. So I left all of that behind. I am trying to get to all my new friend requests. The reason why I'm so slow with that is because I want to filter out hackers, which I almost think I've got. I accepted one because I thought it was a friend that wasn't a friend. And those things are getting serious now because of the fact that they are actually, hey, they are actually, you know, getting your information, private and personal information. So I'm trying to be careful about that. Plus, I'm trying not to get restricted again, which is what happened. And a lot of people wasn't getting my posts because of some of the sensitive material and things I would say on there. So I'm trying to do this page a little different. Celebrity status, of course, all the great things that I post and share with you guys, and I'm just sharing my life with you guys as I do. So listen guys, I'm gonna try to get into it. I'm gonna do this. I want to share something with you guys. Leroy, we know that it is hard being a sacrifice when it comes to anything. Now, a lot of times, I have the title today is the sacrifice for love, because I wrote so many books. I think I have like maybe 14 books that I've written, and all of them was a sacrifice for love in some capacity. And I know people don't know, a lot of people don't know that I have also written some children's books. I'm going to get into the topic, but I want to show you guys this. I started writing children's books. Some children's book I included into my writing last year. This is called Sally and her mud pies. I absolutely love this little book. I love the illustrations. I had my cousin Michael to do the illustrations. So guys, rock with me a minute until I get to this topic that we're going to talk about. But it is a true story about my cousin and I call her Cola, and how we used to make mud pies in the country. And if you're anywhere from the country and you didn't make mud pies, get that little mud and mix it up and put some grass on the top of it. You ain't from the country. You are not from the country if you didn't do mud pies and run through the holes and all of that and get soaking wet and walk in the woods and pick your berries, like berries that you was trying to get from the store, strawberries, blackberries. Listen, we picked it all. We went in the woods, 95-degree weather. I can remember putting on long boots, jeans, long sleeve shirt to keep the bugs from biting me. I think we called ourselves to keep the snakes from biting us, and they would have to bite the boot first. Just wow. It was just country living. And then guys, I did another children's book this year, and I think this is just adorable. This is called my alphabet book. I have books that have come in. That's why I'm showing these. The books that people order from me that want autographs. These books will be going out tomorrow. Called the alphabet book, guys, for your kids in pre-K and before pre-K, your little kids that you want to start teaching your alphabets. Look at this. Guys, these are handmade drawings by Dr. Michelle. I drew every single picture in here, and it looks like it. It is the most precious thing I've done. It's like when I was little and when I first started school, you had the books where they actually did their handmade drawings, and it's just relatable for your kids, and you get them to draw their own pictures and learn the alphabets as well. So those are two of my children's books. The reason I'm talking about love this morning, this is the book that I last put out, The Purpose Behind My Pain. What was the one before the last alphabet book? I'm going to share this chapter with you guys briefly because, as I said, the sacrifice for love is always, it's not always easy. But guys, this is what I need you to understand. I think I saw, I don't think it was Lil Boosie. I think it was, I forget the rapper name. He was talking and he said that he was having sex with somebody besides his wife, and he said sin is so fun. He's, you know, when you in sin, you know, he said it is so fun, and it's not like we ain't been there. We have a good time sinning. Oh, we have a ball. We turn up. You get what I'm saying? I can remember so many times when my parents would be arguing and fussing with me and be like, you need to get your life together. And I'd be like, listen, I'm young. Y'all did it, been there. Don't come to me with that. Like, we would have just, you know, very, very heated arguments because I'd be like, let me live my life. You know, but the reason why they were telling me the things that they were telling me, because they knew the consequences behind it. They knew what would come with doing the wrong thing. They knew the karma that would come behind that. So we try to save our kids that despair by warning them. And so this is the thing that happens, guys. I'm going to get back to about the rapper. This is the thing that happens. Until we get to the point where we realize the consequences of sin and the sacrifice we have to make for love, we have a ball. And so the rapper was saying, he said he was having sex with somebody besides his wife. And he said in mid-stroke, he heard God say to him, you don't even love her. And he said he got up, put his underwear on, put his clothes on, and he left. And he said, and then he changed his ways. He said it was not fun anymore because God had convicted him, and he got convicted in mid-stroke. Being that sad, God was letting him know, you know, what are you doing? What are you doing, and for what reason? And he said at that moment, sin became like a thing of the past, because it was like you can't do it if it's not fun anymore once you're convicted. But the reason why, guys, we are normally convicted, and the reason why God says something to us is because of love. And this is the thing, we're going to get to the point in life, guys, if you haven't got there, where you sacrifice some things because of love. If you love someone enough in your life, you will sacrifice doing the wrong thing for the right thing. If you love somebody, you'll sacrifice some things that's going to cause you harm and hurt anyway. For me to write this book, The Purpose Behind My Pain, I didn't feel anything about like sharing it with the world. This is a coffee book. And it's probably about 60 pages the most. And it was one of the most difficult things that I had to write, because of the simple fact is I didn't feel no kind of way about sharing with you guys intimate details about my pain and about my struggle. The reason I shared, and the reason why I wrote this book, which God had been dealing with me about for so long, to share my story, is because of love. Because God loves you, and because I have a heart of God, and because I don't want anybody to think that they are suffering alone in this world, that they're going through something by themselves, that they're going through a pain that's unbearable, that nobody knows their pain, because I have the most painful acute disease in the world. So I was not impressed or influenced by, you know, let me be intimate with the world, because you guys know that my name goes around the world. You guys know that so many people follow me. You guys know that so many people want to know. And so what happened was, I wasn't impressed with doing it, but I did it because of love. See, the thing is, if you have children, guys, you know that you would not do things that you normally would do, because you think about those sins falling back on your children. You think about the fact that as a man, I'm going to speak, lightly, just by having a twin brother. You think to yourself as a man, if I go out here and I treat Tamala Tina and Becky any kind of way and dog them out and dog them out and dog them out, the karma may not come back to me. It may come back on my daughter. You get what I'm saying? I may reap what I sowed through somebody else. Or I, as a woman, I can't go out here and treat this man this way and that man this way and treat and talk to people any kind of way, because this thing may come back on my children and I wonder why they suffering so much. But then and again, I'm suffering so much because of how my reactions happen. I want God to hear my prayers, so I'm going to neglect doing the wrong thing for the right thing, so that when I go to God and pray, I'm confident that God will hear my prayer because I've sacrificed the wrong for the right. See, this is the thing that people don't fully understand. It's just not about you. It's not just about you. There are somebody always watching you. There are always somebody always conscious of what you're doing. And there's always a reaction to every action that you impose in your life. And there's always a consequence to everything that you do. So when you think that it's just about you, it's just not about you. I want to act a fool a lot of times. You get what I'm saying? I want to act a fool a lot of times. I want to go out there and twerk. I love to dance. I love to dance. You should see this video I did the other day by myself, just having a ball. And the video might get out to somebody. I hope. I don't know. But I was just having a good time saying, oh, these young girls think they doing something. They got it from the mama. They got it from mama. But then at the same time, it's nothing wrong with dancing. It's just the fact that if I'm twerking and I'm dancing, what do I invite into my space? So I have to be conscious about the things I do. Because if I go out in these clubs and I start twerking and dancing, I'm going to pull me about 3 or 4 just like that. You get what I'm saying? And that's not being arrogant. That's just being truthful about what you pulling. But what you pulling may not be the best thing for you. You may be pulling somebody just full of lust. And then it goes to having sex just to be having sex. You get what I'm saying? So I want to go out there. I want to go out there and take it to the streets from people that have done some things to me. I want to go out there and just, I want to walk around with basically nothing on, because I don't even like wearing clothes half the time. People know that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but I can't be free like that, because then I got, so many dynamics coming from me acting the way I act. So instead of me running freely and doing everything I want to do, or just, and those things not going to send me to hell. I need you to get that right. Twerking, wearing certain things, or just, wanting to take it to the street, those things not going to send me to hell. They're not going to send me to hell unless I do take it to the street and then, I'm going to bury some people. But those things that I'm saying not going to take me to hell. But this is what I'm trying to get you to understand. I try to stay out of those territories of inching into the devil's territory about how I act and how I behave because of the sacrifice of love. Because if I go too far to the left, then I'm going to bring all that stuff that comes with it. You understand what I'm saying? And that's why you have to be careful about what you do and how you do it. Because if you open the door, and you had cleaned yourself up and you find with one demon, you open that door, then 7 more coming in, because now they know you've got a little bit strong and got on God's side. So they got to come in strong to make sure they pull you back. See, this is why we have to sacrifice in so many things that we do, because listen, you not sacrificing not only bring karma back on you, bring it back on your kids, on your family, on your loved ones, on the things you do, you consequences, you reap it, guys. So there's a reason you have to sacrifice for love. The sacrifice for love is not easy. Sometimes you're going to find yourself feeling alone. Sometimes you're going to find yourself feeling like, does anybody understand? Sometimes you're going to find yourself saying, what the hell is going on in my life? I mean, I need you guys to be real with me. Has anybody ever really had a nervous breakdown? I think I've had about 3 nervous breakdowns in my life, and God kept me. Y'all not being real with me. And God kept me. God kept me because I didn't lose my mind. God kept me because I didn't go and do, listen, let me just do this. Let me share this with you. This sacrifice, the purpose behind my pain is a sacrifice of love that God had me to do because he loves everybody, because he loves you. The sacrifice of love, although it felt very personable and intimate to me, is something that I did out of obedience because God wants you to know that you're not alone. God needs you to know that what you think you're going through is not too big for him, and you're really not going through what you think you're going through because others have it worse. People were paid to be in your shoes. So the purpose behind my pain is a sacrifice of love by the obedience of God. So let me give you this real quick. And guys, I'm going to put my Cash App up if you want an autographed copy. Also, the information to my books, you know, there are like 14 out there. But I need you to hear this. In this book, chapter 3 says suffering and silence. And then in parentheses, I have written in real lifetime, which means that I actually was going through this when I stopped and got myself together to write this. Bless you so much, Leroy. It says, I felt the seatbelt tighten because I tried to run. The pain was unbearable, and I'm not sure how I'm sitting here writing. It happened about 30 minutes ago, and I had to reflect on what I would do if it happened again to this magnitude. Did not know what I would do. Did not know if I was strong enough to take another pain, guys. Did not know if I would actually live through it. And I'm not exaggerating. You need to go read up on trigeminal autonomous encephalitis. They don't have a lot of information, but they will tell you that it's the most painful disease in the world. Hey, Kilo. So I had to reflect on what I would do if it happened again to this magnitude. It had been a while. I sat and the tears rolled down my face, and I tried to quickly wipe them away because I was still sitting in the yard. I didn't want my daughter to look out the window and see me suffering. I know she's seen me cry from time to time, but I can't and don't know how to explain the pain to her. Can you imagine the pain of seeing your mom cry? I saw my mom cry before, and I would never forget it. I felt helpless, and I wanted to take the pain. So I imagine as the pain set in my heart, the pain she must have been feeling, enduring seeing me cry. I didn't want the neighbors to see the terror on my face from the pain. Terror because when it hits, I'm in so much pain that panic seeks in. Terror because when it hits, I'm in so much pain that panic seeks in. It is like literally like, what the hell is happening? What is happening? I sat there trying to reflect and realize why I always ended up on the floor when a pain hit me. That is why the seatbelt caught me, because my first inclination was to run. It's always to run. Isn't that something? We run when our system detects danger or warning, and that is my reaction to run. That's weird, but I fall on the floor in pain because there's nowhere to run. The pain is inside of me. So eventually I pull out the yard after stopping twice in the driveway to wipe my tears from my eyes, thinking, God, please never again. It felt like someone electrocuted me, then stabbed me in the spot, then touched the raw nerves in the spot and tried to pull out my brain by yanking at it. For those who are not aware of it, guys, it is like a shock into my body. So because it is a alien thing in my head, the damage is not supposed to be there. My body actually electrocutes me, like shocks me, like it's trying to, like, what is going on, so that part. So I drive a little way and pull over before getting out the community, and I find myself bawling misery, and another one hit me. Woo. Guys, I remember that day. I dialed a friend this time right afterwards, needing to tell someone, please help me. No answer. I called another, fighting for the strength to just not run out in the front of a car and end on my misery. No answer. I weep uncontrollably, and I think about my twin, my sister, my parents, and I decide I can't burden them. It was when I was having the illness to not stress my entire family out. They thought it was just migraines at this point, and this is a heavy burden to carry, and I feel beaten, heavy, and defeated. This is also around the time, guys, I decided to do radiation. I want to call my friend who also has an incurable disease. She would understand who better. But then I think more reason not to burn her. She has her own struggles. I say I got Jesus, but I feel like I need someone tangible. Guys, I know that sounded crazy, but has anybody ever been there? You like, God, where are you? So I can reach out and touch him. Where is he at this moment? God hears me. I get myself together, put on my dark shades because my eyes have swollen that quick from the intensity of my tears. I also put them on to keep from looking like a crazy woman from the trauma that has occurred back to back. I drive now with tears slowly streaming down my face. I know in this incident my best bet is to go home, but I'm going to Uptown Alley to one of my closest best friends' birthday gatherings. I keep moving because that is what I've learned to do to keep from going into a pit of depression. I need you guys to hear me, that I can't pour from. I just keep moving. I just know to keep moving. Don't stop. Definitely don't lay down in this state because I may lay there and die. Almost done, guys. Times like this, it takes more than my strength, and I am physically drained and mentally depleted. After a big attack like this, I feel tired. I have pains in my left arm, and it almost makes me think, wow, is this disease capable of putting me into a heart attack because it is so strenuous on my body? Either way, mentally is also draining because I go through this. What can I do with this incurable disease other than what I am doing? I'm suffering in silence, not sharing my story. I wasn't sharing it, or being a witness to God, his love, power, and strength with faithfulness. I'm talking about who can I tell? At times like this, I feel lonely. Who do I know who can relate to this? No one. Then for the first time since my diagnosis, I think about actually finding a support group to actually get involved in. I'm torn, almost like what can you offer that the doctor could not in the way of healing? But also, can you relate to my pain? Is your pain like mine? So guys, that was chapter 3, Suffering in Silence, of the purpose behind my pain. This right here, like I said, was a sacrifice of love. It had less to do with me and more to do with God's love for you and God's love for everybody else. If I can get up in the morning, and I know you guys say, Dr. Michelle, we hear you say that so much. Listen, let me tell you, it has been a struggle for me lately to get up in the morning. It has been hard because as I continuously tell you guys, when I go through things in life, this thing does not stop. It does not say, oh, she going through some death in her family. It does not say her kids are sick. It does not say her heart is broken. It does not say the job is not going right. It does not say her money is funny. It doesn't say anything. It remains in my life. So it may appear, oh my God, thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. It seems like it's going into remission because I have not had a episode in quite a time. And when I say quite a time, I'm talking about maybe 2 or 3 weeks. That's a great thing for me because when it starts to go in remission, I notice that the pains are less and less and less. But what I'm trying to tell you is that you have to sacrifice if you really love somebody. You're gonna make some sacrifices that are not easy, but I need you to be the sacrifice because somebody else is depending on you. Somebody else is depending on you to help them not take their life. Somebody else is depending on you to say, if she can make it, I can make it. Somebody is depending on you who feel like, oh my God, I cannot make it. I have the worst pain in my life. No, you don't. You have some pain. Yes, we have some unbearable pains, but I have one of the most painful acute disease in the world. That means that my 10 seconds hurt worse than anything that you could ever go through. My 60 seconds hurt worse than anything that you can imagine. But yet here I sit because of God. Here I sit because of God's grace. Here I sit because of God's mercy. When I go to my neurosurgeon or my neurologist and they say there's no turn of bleeding on the brain, I'm amazed because I'm like, how can something like that happen and yet there be no damage? But see, remember, just like just like the three guys, Meshach, Abednego, and all of them went into the lion's den. You're gonna come out without a stink of smoke on you. You don't look like what you've been through. You're gonna make it. You're gonna make it. You're gonna make it. You're going to make it. Okay? So that is all I wanted this morning. I wanted to just be intimate with you guys. I wanted to share this with you guys because, as you can see, I have on a little dress and a little makeup today because I have an appointment. But I wanted to get on here and share this with you guys. And I do apologize to all of you who have to go back and see the repeat because you know Dr. Michelle don't do everything at the same time every day. My life just have not allowed me to do so. But once I get a scheduled time, I will put it out there over and over again so all of you guys can catch me live again like you used to on my old page, and we can start to build our people back up, and we can all converse again, and we can all catch everybody at the same time. But at the moment, for all of you guys who's gonna jump on and see it later, set your notifications so that you can catch me. Set your notifications. That's the best I got right now. Don't forget to tag and share. Don't forget that, listen, life is worth living. It is hard right now. We're in hard times, but I can't stress it enough. I know for a fact that this video will change somebody's mind about life. I know for a fact. I've been doing this too long, and God has been showing himself too strong for too long for me not to know that. Too many times I've had people hit my inbox and say I was going to take my life. Too many times I've had people hit my inbox and say you were speaking directly to me. Too many times people have asked me to come and speak and say you saved my life. Too many times just my smile, the smile God allows me to have, people have said you turned my day around. And I'm laughing because I'm so silly. Yeah, guys, you guys don't know me. I smile because sometimes it's the strength I need to help myself. You don't understand. Your own disposition will bring your own day sometimes. Smile, even though you may not feel like you got nothing to smile about. So many times people ask me, how do you smile with what you go through? How do you smile with everything that's on your back? Listen, I can't tell you because it's nobody but God. It's nobody but God who inspires me, because I know that if nobody else hear me, he hear me. It's nobody but God that makes me do the right thing when I want to do the wrong thing. You hear me, Kilo? When I want to go out and do what I'm big enough to do, and I have to consider everybody else, and I have to consider other people, but in the long run, God always works it out and give me the desires of my heart. So it's a small sacrifice for a little while. So guys, listen, I'm gonna go. You guys make it a wonderful Wednesday. I'll see you back tomorrow morning for relationship motivation, Thursday relationship motivation, and I'm gonna think of a topic, and we're gonna make it a hot one. We love to talk on Thursdays. That's the funny thing about Thursdays. I usually have more people catch me than anything else. It'd be like they be looking and waiting and jumping on, because we get the opportunity to talk about relationships. We talk about grown people business. We talk about everything, and sometimes they get hot and steamy. I've had some hot and steamy ones that, woo, Lord, I just can't wait to get my page back up so that we can all have a good time. But in the meantime, guys, love you. Make it a good one, and I'll see you back tomorrow morning. This is Dr. Michelle with your Wednesday motivation. Peace. Oh, don't forget, go to Amazon and grab some of my books. There's 14 out there, so grab one. But in the meantime, don't forget to get your coffee book. It's only $5 on Kindle. It's $10 if you get the hard copy. And I'm gonna drop my cash out for those who want an autographed copy. Those books will be going out tomorrow. All right, guys.